I don't have the accolades that connect to the performance of my music. I don't have the trophies that match how big the actual records are. The one Grammy I have is for Crack a Bottle. I couldn't even have that without him. You know, and that's why I have so much value for him, not just in my career, just in my life, because he's a guy that, one of my best friends, because I can trust that he's going to be honest with his constructive criticism when it's time to listen to the music before it goes out. He's the only person that did things that I wanted to do. He had the Marshallmathers LP with 23 million records sold with flags all around the plaque, and I was like, yo, I want that. I want that kind of success. And I know I had to go door to door to get it because I'm not M. See, hip hop is black music, without question. And unfortunately for some people, it's tough to accept that you got a white artist that does it better than black artists. It's what it is. You know, and you can put either one, you can get whoever you feel like is the best black artist and stand them face to face in a room with them, and he will eat that alive. Right now, if you had them prepare themselves in whatever way they would have to prepare themselves to come to battle, and I bet what I have, everything I have, that meatloaf, we put you right there. And any other competition that we would put these artists in, he's obviously surpassed them. You know, there's points that they'll match, like M and J at points. That was Live Nation. Because he sold his touring career to Live Nation, they got to keep him hot enough to go get their money back. So they match him up with him, put them together, because he got momentum connected to his relationship with Beyonce and his record with Alicia. It makes sense. It makes sense that it's the Detroit, New York show, but it only makes sense to me because of business. It makes sense because them sold like 60 million records more than them. How you be putting them there like the equals? It's tough for me to say some of this shit. I sound like a hater, but I don't care.
Yo, now look at that, man. Like, you've been influenced by two different artists from two different generations.
It's crazy.
Ain't that something? And artists in between as well? Like, was Tupac one of the first legendary artists you liked, or?
Yeah, I would say so. I think, you know what? I was really big on Eminem before I went to listen to Tupac.
Okay.
So Eminem was the first legendary artist. It's just crazy.
Your single Lucid Dreams went platinum, man. For an artist, for your song to go platinum, that's all you want. You know, that's like a big benchmark. How did you find out? Where were you when you found out it went platinum?
You know, it's funny. I didn't even know for myself. Yachty had texted my phone. He said, "Congrats, bro, you just went platinum." I'm looking at my phone like, I just went platinum. I think I looked up Juice WRLD Platinum or something.
Luxury Beats.
Just went platinum. I feel like it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing that I don't pay attention to statistics like that, because I feel like you can get full of yourself.
Yeah.
You see yourself rise and you see yourself achieving certain things. It's like, oh yeah, I'm this, I'm the S, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you still got, it's a ladder for a reason. You gotta keep climbing.
Yeah.
It's just the start. So I feel like me accomplishing the things that I'm accomplishing so fast, I have a very high likelihood of coming from myself. I'm trying to watch that as much as possible and remain humble as much as possible, because you can achieve more doing that.
That's what's up, man.
Talk to me about Eminem. Your level of admiring him, getting to meet him. Take me through it.
So, the Slimshady LP, that was my first album I ever bought. I was 10, I believe. I didn't buy it, I think my uncle gave it to me, something like that. It was a tape. And man, I studied that tape. And I knew, that he was my favorite, but I knew he was gonna remain my favorite when I just studied his cadences, his wordplay. I was just so amazed at how he made things rhyme that wasn't even supposed to rhyme. Even at that age, I'm like, wow, You know, I completely missed out on my entire like childhood as far as like, you know, kids are into cartoons and like superheroes and Marvel and all that stuff. Like I'm not up on to game on all that stuff because I spent my entire childhood writing music and listening to music, and you know, and Eminem was like the guy, you know, always. As of again, I'm not racist. He's dropped my name a lot in interviews. I have a really good relationship with Royce the 5'9", who is like a bro to me. Me and Royce have never done a record. You know?
Just homies.
It's just homies, you know, and I grew up listening to Royce too, you know, but I don't want to push that on anybody, and I don't want it to be about that. It's, for me, it's building solid relationships, and brotherhood is important. And, you know, when Eminem had dropped my names a few times in some interviews, you know, to me, I was just like, wow, like, even that was a big moment.
I mean, that's crazy. That must have been crazy.
Yeah, because he called me as like his favorite up and coming artist, you know, and I was like, wow, like I've never heard him call.
I don't know if I've heard him call anybody.
You know, so I'm just like, wow, out of every single person in the entire world, like he would be the person that I would have wanted to do that, you know. And I've been frustrated my whole come up because I'm like, bro, like I know the Kendricks and the Coles and the Drakes and I know they know who I am. I know, like, you know, I always just felt frustrated that I was never acknowledged by them. You know what I mean? Because I looked up to them as well, you know? Mm-hmm. But then I started realizing that they don't have to acknowledge me. Like, you know, I stopped feeling like they had to. It was like, I get it, you know what I mean? But if there would be, and I thought Eminem was too far-fetched. Like, yo, this guy would never mention me, you know? So when he mentioned me, it was like, wow, this is crazy. I had some records. I sent them to Royce. I said, I know this is kind of far-fetched, but I feel like Marshall would get on. He was like, it's actually not far-fetched. She's actually a huge fan. Send them. I sent some. He heard them. He sent some. I heard him. I started writing. He started writing. And we got some joints.
So there's multiple joints.
Yeah.
Not just what we've heard. There's
another one coming out.
We wrote this song. I was drinking a lot of wine.
That a girl?
And I went home and emailed him and said, if you're smart, you need to get on this song. And he did it.
Okay. You know, it's so funny because I was reading that whole story about how it went down, and you just kept getting like, okay, is back.
Yeah,
like just like
typical
one
boy.
word answers.
Typical boy.
Typical boys, but also like I literally lose my mind if somebody emails me or text messages me back one word answers. It ruins my life.
But I'm one word girl.
We would never be able to be text friends.
You're a rare breed.
I'm one word girl.
It's like a paragraph when I text with my. I don't even like texting. She just puts too much details.
Yeah.
Can't you pull it? Come on.
He wrote okay to you. You didn't go into full like over analyzing, like freaking out. Like, is he mad at me? Does he really want to do it?
No, your brain doesn't work that fast late at night.
Okay, and after a few glasses of wine.
Yeah, you're like, this is great. It's gonna be so good.
He said okay, it's good.
Were you a tiny bit nervous when you sent the email? You were a little bit nervous to ask him, right? A tiny bit?
I'm such a fan.
Okay.
I love him. I was nervous the first time I asked him for his autograph.
Okay.
But no, I just, I'm so used to hearing no that I'm just like, I gotta ask.
Who have you ever asked like a big star?
Mary J. Blige.
She was like,
That's what I love about her. No,
Mary
I
J.
respect it. I
Yeah,
respect it because so many people will be like, yeah, call me.
And then it's like totally fake.
I went into her trailer long time ago. The thing is when I hosted the Lady of Soul Train Awards.
Okay.
And I walked into her trailer and I was like, hi, would you ever work with me? And she just took one look at me and she goes, no. And I go, okay, I love you, Mary.
Oh my God, but see, you're so much tougher than me. I would be in the fetal position crying for
I
you.
loved it. I was like, I like her style.
That's amazing.
See.
So you recently performed with Eminem in Hawaii to a huge. How many people were in the
Stadium? I don't know.
It was a lot. It was a
It was a
stadium.
lot. It was like 30 to 50,000
Yeah,
people.
insane amounts.
Yeah.
First of all, tell me, what does meeting Eminem mean to you? I mean, was that
So
something that
much.
you listened to a lot?
I haven't been like yes, of course. Like he's the first rap verse I ever memorized on Forgot About Dre. And you know, I was so young. I remember my sister took 2 sides of a tape. I'm dating myself right now, but these old cassette tapes, and she had it on each side of it that she had done for me. And dude, I mean, it's Eminem, bro. You know what I mean? It's like the GOAT. Yeah. So I was excited that he first and foremost had invited me to come do the show.
How did that invite come through?
It's a long story. It's a long story. It's like,
we got time.
Yeah,
but I
know.
understand if you don't want to say it.
I can't explain. But it was very cool. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
But I get this invite from him.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's recognition from really the highest place.
Insane.
Right?
So we're in Hawaii and I'm there and I'm just like really stoked and I know I'm gonna meet him. But the whole time I was like, cool, like whatever, like it's all good, like yeah, this is cool. And even in the stadium, like I wasn't really nervous about the fact that I'm in a stadium. I was just excited. It was my first time performing in Hawaii. I've always wanted to perform, never had. So I was just excited. And then I didn't realize the magnitude of shit until, his security guards tell my security guards to tell me that it's time. And so it's like a 7-minute trek through this stadium. Like I get in like a car and I go through all the gnarliest shit. And we walk there and I'm there with Paul Rosenberg, who's over at Def Jam. He's the president of Def Jam, and he's his manager. So I don't know if you remember those old the first songs he would do, and he would like Paul would call and be like, "You can't say this crazy ass shit," blah blah blah. And that was him. So we're there, and he walks me backstage, and who did I see first? I'm trying to remember. I think Alchemist came out. So Alchemist is an incredible producer. He's also a super ill spitter, and he's Eminem's DJ. And he's just like, I mean, he's worked with everybody. He's been around everywhere, Primo and Dilla, and I mean, just a huge staple in hip hop for me and for many others. And so he was super cool as shit. And then I saw Royce the 5'9", and Royce, me and him are homies. So seeing him made me a lot more comfortable, which was really awesome. And then Mr. Porter was there, and he was super cool. I didn't know. I was like, oh, I never met this guy, and he was just like so just cool and open and nice. And then Eminem came out. And Eminem comes out in a fucking hoodie, and he's like, napkin in a napkin. No, I'm just kidding. Napkin. Candy. Boxes. No, he was talking normally. Anyway, so he walks out. Super fucking cool, man. Just like so. He's like, hey, what's up? I'm nervous. And I'm like, hey, I'm fucking nervous. Like, I just let him know. I'm like, yo, you guys, if I'm being weird, this is a big deal for me. And I was like, look, I get it. And I wasn't trying to sound, like, I didn't, like, say this because I didn't want to sound like an asshole, but it's like, I know what it's like when people are nervous to meet me. Yeah. You know, and they're, like, shaking, and like, crying and shit. But I get it, and I'm always cool about it. But I didn't want to come off that way, but I also didn't want to come off disingenuous, like, what's up?
Yeah.
How's it
Hey,
going?
man, nice to meet you.
Yeah, what's up, Marshall?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was genuine. I was just like, dude, if I seem a little weird or a little red in the face, it's because I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm so happy to be here with you.
Well, I'll say.
Hey, some of the volunteers are here tonight. You were getting a chance to paint with them on the wall, and I saw that you got really into your painting. You didn't want to just like go up there and paint, but you were trying to make it really good.
It was like coloring, and I haven't colored since. Well, actually, I did color at a Fridays. Making like crayons and a table mat. I did do that.
So that's where
But
Rihanna's hanging out at Friday.